And I really like this quote because it pretty much sums up what I think about how service relates to me. It implies that service is an obligation, but it's, for me, it's not just an obligation. It's, like I have to come to school, that's an obligation. I have to make dinner, that's also an obligation, but those aren't necessarily things I want to do. Service is something that I have to do and want to do. It's, without service or activism or some sort of being involved in something, I wouldn't be as happy. I would feel like a part of me is missing. In order to be okay with myself, I have to be involved in some way through activism or service. And, it's something that I'm glad to do, and I'm more than happy to be involved. I'm more than happy to pay my rent, if you will. And so this relates to my values because I value a lot of things, obviously, but, I value activism, I value being socially responsible, I value social change, I value responsibility towards society, social justice, and so I try to be involved in causes that are related to those things. For example, I value activisms. My freshman and sophomore years, I started off doing environmental activism on campus, and right now I'm involved in passing something called the Student Green Energy Fund. It will put students in charge of making FSC more sustainable. So, that ties into my belief or my value in social change. I volunteer at 211. Right now I'm training to volunteer in some other places. So I try to volunteer in places that match with my values of social justice and activism and social change. So if I had to pick one of the 7 C's, it would definitely be citizenship. Just recognizing that, you're a part of a greater society, you're a part of the world, and therefore you have a certain responsibility towards everyone else in society. And I think that's what this quote is all about.